In INEOS Olefins and Polymers, we've set a roadmap to get to a 35% reduction by 2030 and net zero by 2050. And we've established a number of initiatives to tackle various elements of our CO2 that we emit as part of our operations.
The first step that we identified in our roadmap is around optimization. Optimization makes sense really on two fronts. One, if you're able to optimize your assets and reduce your energy utilization, you're reducing your carbon footprint and your CO2 emissions, but also you're making more profit because you're able to reduce energy. So it makes sense on two fronts.
We started off with the initiative saying, these are our goals, and this is what we want to do, this is what we want to accomplish. We formed a team, and we started on a path of trying to figure out what does furnace optimization mean here at Chocolate Bayou. You want to be more efficient. You want to be able to reduce the natural gas that we were utilizing to fire the furnace. And so what we've done is that we've started to implement our maintenance program. We're doing better maintenance on our burners. We're doing better maintenance on our refractory. We're cleaning our convection sections. We're seeing great results as far as reducing natural gas, reducing excess O2, reducing our stack temperatures, and ultimately getting better ethylene yield and better conversions. That in itself will help with us meeting our goal as far as becoming carbon neutral by 2050.
We've been exploring lots of different options, not tying into any one particular strategy to reduce CO2, but explore everything and have people specifically out in the marketplace talking to other companies, talking to licensors about what technologies are coming, about what they're working on.
A number of initiatives that we're studying right now, feasibility studies to look at our hydrogen fueling, contracting with the furnace licensors to tell us what makes sense.
The plants that we run, they make a lot of hydrogen. And so there's a great opportunity to burn that hydrogen in our boilers and in our furnaces, since burning that hydrogen doesn't actually produce any CO2 at all.
Once we look past that, we move on to some new things that we're working on. First on that list is renewable power. We're having discussions with people about participating in a solar farm. The Solar Farm Initiative is one that we hope to be able to announce here later this year. It will take a few years to build the solar farm, but that should be available mid-part of this decade. The size of the solar farm will also allow us to share some of that power with other INEOS businesses, because the solar farm will be large enough that it will not only offset all of our needs, but it will allow us to share some renewable power with other INEOS businesses here in the U.S. to help offset their CO2 footprint as well.
I think everybody in the organization is pretty excited about this because A, it's a huge goal and a huge task in front of us, very challenging, but at the same time, it's the wave of the future.
There's just an opportunity to get to know lots of different people from lots of different companies. It's nice to go and talk to them and say, hey, here are the things that INEOS is doing. Here are the steps that INEOS is willing to take to get this done.
I think about it from my family and my kids' standpoint. I want to make sure that I'm leaving the planet in a better place than we inherited it, and it will be a place in which we can all live and enjoy all the benefits that this industry has provided, whether it be clean water and health care, but we'll be able to do it in a much more sustainable manner.